Imagine a certainty, a universal, inescapable truth that binds every living creature. Death, the final chapter, the inevitable fade to black. We fear it, we accept it, but what if one man, just asterisk, one asterisk, simply asterisk, didn't asterisk? What if instead of facing the cold embrace of the grave, a human being, flesh and blood, simply vanished? Not in battle, not by disease, just gone, erased. This is not myth. This is the oldest, most profound disappearance in human history. A man named Enoque, a man who defied the greatest certainty of all, leaving behind a mystery that echoes through millennia. A man whom God took asterisk. What really happened to Enoch's mysterious disappearance? The man God took. Why him? And what secret did his vanishing reveal about our own destiny? Prepare to question everything. For centuries, his story has been a whisper in the shadows, a riddle for the ages. But within that riddle lies a truth so profound it could redefine our understanding of life, death, and the very nature of our existence. If you stay until the end, you will uncover the true implications of Enoch's vanishing, a revelation that challenges the core of human mortality and offers a glimpse into a reality beyond our wildest dreams. This is more than a story, it's an awakening, a journey into the heart of an ancient enigma. Before Enoch, before humanity, before even the concept of time, there was only void, then a command, a cosmic breath, and chaos erupted into form, not a gentle unfolding, but an explosive, furious creation. In 6 cataclysmic days, a universe was birthed from nothing. Light tore through darkness. A firmament cleaved the waters, separating the celestial from the terrestrial. This wasn't a world of soft pastels. It was a canvas of raw, elemental power. Day 1, light. Day 2, sky. Day 3, dry land emerged from raging oceans. And then, life. Not just simple organisms, but a burst of vibrant flora, covering the nascent earth in an instant. A primordial Eden taking root in the chaos. This was humanity's crucible, forged in extremes. A world pristine, yet volatile. A world where the echoes of its furious birth still resonated in every seismic tremor, every towering wave. A world brimming with untamed energy, where order had just barely wrestled control from entropy. A world prepared for something new. But this new creation, this vibrant green planet, still hung in the vast, silent darkness, and it was still incomplete. Something profound was missing. Then, on the 4th day, the heavens blazed, not merely with light, but with purpose. The sun ignited, a molten eye watching over the nascent world. Moons emerged, carving paths through the night, their silver glow a counterpoint to the sun's golden dominion. And stars, countless pinpricks of fire, studded the endless canvas, each a distant, silent witness to this unfolding drama. The cosmos, once a mere backdrop, now pulsed with rhythm and timing, a celestial clock dictating seasons, marking epochs. The 5th day brought a surge of life to the waters and skies. Whales, colossal shadows, glided through deep abysses. Birds, iridescent jewels, soared on nascent winds, their calls echoing through untouched valleys. The 6th day, a crescendo, the land teemed. Beasts of the field, wild and untamed, grazed on lush plains. Insects buzzed in dense foliage, every creature a masterpiece of design, moving with an instinctive grace. But the symphony wasn't complete. The conductor paused. A silence fell, pregnant with anticipation. And then, a different kind of creation, not from dust and water, but from an intimate touch, a breath, the asterisk breath of life. Asterisk. Adam, created in an image, given dominion, but not alone. From his very essence, a companion, woman, Eve, a perfect complement. Together they stood, innocent, pure, placed in a garden unlike any ever conceived. Eden, a paradise of unimaginable beauty, rivers of crystal water, trees laden with fruit, shimmering with an otherworldly glow, flowers bursting in riots of color, animals, without fear, moved among them. This was the pinnacle, the purpose, the crown jewel of creation, a place of harmony, of peace, where humanity walked in perfect communion with its maker. But in the heart of that perfection, within that untouched sanctuary, two trees stood. One, the tree of life, the other, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and a single solitary command, a choice, a whisper of what lay ahead, hidden in the lush foliage. The air in Eden, once pristine, began to subtly shift. A faint, almost imperceptible chill, a shadow, not cast by the sun, but by a presence. A voice, not of the maker, but a sibilant hiss, slithering through the leaves. Did God really say, asterisk? It began with doubt, a tiny seed of suspicion planted in fertile ground. Eve, curious, lingered. The serpent, ancient and cunning, a creature of exquisite, terrible beauty, coiled around the forbidden trunk, its eyes glinting with a cold, alien intelligence. It spoke of liberation, of knowledge, of becoming asterisk, like God, asterisk, a promise wrapped in poison, a lie, so tantalizingly close to truth, that it twisted the very fabric of their innocent world. The fruit, it hung heavy, glistening, no longer merely an object, but a symbol, a gateway. Its skin, once vibrant, now seemed to pulse with a forbidden allure. The serpent's words echoed, "You will not surely die," a direct contradiction, a gauntlet thrown down against the very word of their Creator. And in that moment, in that agonizing pause, Eve made a choice. Her hand reached out, trembling slightly, fingers closing around the cold, smooth skin. She plucked it, a soft asterisk, thump, asterisk as it detached from the branch. The first act of defiance, the first fracture in paradise. She ate, a single slow bite, the sweetness, a fleeting pleasure, immediately followed by a bitter metallic aftertaste. Then, the world tilted, not physically, but within. Their eyes, once innocent, were opened, not to knowledge but to shame, a searing, unbearable awareness of their nakedness, of their vulnerability, their purity, shattered, the harmony, fractured, the peace, stolen. A cold dread seeped into their bones, the first betrayal, not just of a command, but of a trust, of a love, a deep guttural cry, not of pain, but of a profound existential loss. The betrayal resonated, not just through Eden, but through the very fabric of existence. The cool of the day arrived, and with it the sound of God walking, that familiar comforting presence, now terrifying. They hid, they who once walked openly with their Maker, now cowered amongst the trees, clutching hastily sewn fig leaves. But there was no hiding from the one who crafted light and shadow. His voice, once gentle, now carried the weight of cosmic disappointment. Where are you? Not a question of location, but of asterisk, being asterisk, a direct confrontation with the choice they had made. Then came the judgments. First the serpent, cursed above all creatures, condemned to crawl on its belly, to eat dust. A chilling prophecy, asterisk enmity between its seed and Eve's. A future of conflict, of head-crushing and heel-bruising. For Eve, the curse of magnified pain in childbirth, and a longing for her husband who would rule over her. A rupture in the very essence of human relationship. For Adam, the ground itself would be cursed because of him. Thorns and thistles, sweat and toil, By the sweat of your face you shall eat bread, till you return to the ground. For out of it you were taken, for you are dust, and to dust you shall return. The crushing weight of mortality, death, a new terrifying reality. They were cast out, expelled from paradise, from the very presence of God. The gate, guarded by cherubim wielding flaming swords, became an impenetrable barrier. Behind them, Eden, a memory. Before them, a wilderness, a world of thorns, of sweat, of sorrow, a world where life itself would be a struggle. This was the consequence. This was the first curse, a cosmic ripple effect from a single forbidden bite. And yet, even in this despair, a whisper of hope, a strange promise of a future seed. But for now, only dust and tears. The dust settled, not just the dust of the cursed earth, but the metaphorical dust of a shattered innocence. Humanity, exiled, began to multiply, but the shadow of that first sin clung to their very essence. It wasn't just a physical exile, it was a spiritual one, the perfect connection, severed. And from this broken lineage, two brothers emerged. Cain, the tiller of the ground, his hands calloused by the struggle with the unforgiving soil, and Abel, the shepherd, his days spent in the tranquil company of his flocks, a stark contrast to his brother's harsh reality. The brothers brought their offerings to the Lord. Cain, the fruit of his arduous labor, the produce of the cursed ground. Abel, the firstborn of his flock, fat portions, a sacrifice of life. God regarded Abel's offering with favor, but Cain's, he did not. Why? The scriptures are stark, silent on the asterisk. Why asterisk? Only revealing the asterisk result, asterisk. But the injustice, the crushing weight of rejection, ignited a fire in Cain's heart, a visceral, burning rage. His face fell, his countenance darkened. Envy, a venomous serpent, coiled around his soul. God warned Cain, his voice a low rumble. Why are you angry? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it. A direct challenge, a choice. Cain chose darkness. He lured Abel into the field, under the vast indifferent sky, and there, in the silence of creation, he attacked him. Blood stained the dust, the first murder, brother against brother, the ultimate betrayal, a deafening scream, unheard by any save God, the horror, the injustice, the roots of human sin, laid bare brutally. The echoes of Abel's blood, crying from the earth, reverberated through time. A new lineage emerged, scarred by that primal violence, yet touched by a strange, almost impossible gift. Asterisk, longevity. Asterisk. We're talking about lives stretched far beyond our comprehension, not decades, but centuries. Imagine a single human experiencing millennia of change, seeing generations rise and fall, the world transforming around them. Adam, the first man, lived 930 years. Seth, his son, 912. Enoque, 905. Kenan, 910. Mahalalel, 895. Jared, a staggering 962 years. These weren't isolated anomalies. This was the asterisk norm, asterisk, a lineage of patriarchs, each living for almost a millennium. They walked the earth, breathed the air, experienced life with an intensity and duration we can only dream of. What secrets did they accumulate? What wisdom, what sorrow, what profound understanding of the world did 9 centuries of existence etch into their souls? This was the antediluvian world, a realm where time flowed differently, where life itself was an extended epic, a world before the great flood. But amidst this tapestry